Hello everyone, Crow back, and I've been tagged by YoukaiSlayerr. This is the Dragon Ball Z tag that he created. Now I checked YoukaiSlayerr's channel out recently and I found that it is gone. I don't know what happened. This is the second time it's disappeared. Maybe he'll come back with another channel. Maybe he'll get his channel back again, like what happened the first time. I don't know the circumstances. But regardless, I've been tagged and I'm going to do the tag. So we'll start out with the first question. The first question is, what is your favorite fight in Dragon Ball Z? And I think my favorite fight is when Gotenks fights Super Buu in the hyperbolic time chamber. And you know, it's kind of it's just a really absurdist fight. It's really hilarious. Kind of a throwback to the way fights were in the original Dragon Ball. So it's a fight that is got a serious meaning, but you know, both contenders in the fight don't really take the fight all that seriously. You got Gotenks, who's the fusion between Goten and Trunks, and they're just kind of playing around with moves. They got their hilarious moves names, the Super Kamikaze Ghost Attack and all that, and then Boo, who's just playing with them. He doesn't really take this fight seriously anyway. He just assumes he can beat them. So you got this really long, drawn out, absurdist battle where neither fighter is taking each other seriously, and it goes on for a while, and it's just funny because Gotenks is trying to put on a show for everybody, but the only person standing there watching is Piccolo, and he's pissed off that he's not taking the fight seriously. So it's a pretty funny fight. And it's one of my favorites. Next question is, who's your favorite villain and why? I'm going to have to say Vegeta. Particularly the Vegeta when he was on Namek searching for the Dragon Balls. Just because he's so sure of himself. He's just so sure he's more powerful than everybody. Well, except for Frieza. He was trying to avoid Frieza at all costs. But then at one point he finally does confront him, and he's oh, now I'm more powerful than you. I can beat you. And it's just hilarious. Vegeta's hilarious because he's just so sure of himself. He's always lets his opponents know that he's got a trick up his sleeve, and he's gonna let loose at any time. And it's just he gets his ass kicked a lot, but he comes right back and almost right away and kicks everybody's ass in return. So, all except for Frieza at the end. He starts kind of beating Frieza, but then Frieza goes through his final transformation, and Vegeta just doesn't stand a chance. So, yeah, and it's just the fact that he's looking out for really nobody but himself. When he finally sees Goku transformed as a Super Saiyan, at first he's glad to see that there's a Saiyan that can beat Frieza, and then he gets pissed off because Goku managed to transform before he could. So you just gotta love the guy. He's just crazy. Next question is, what is your favorite Saiyan version? And I have to say the first version, I think this question more or less is well, what appearance of the Super Saiyan do you like the most? And I'm not going to answer it that way. I'm going to say that the first version is my favorite because it was kind of foreshadowed. It was alluded to that, every 1,000 years a Super Saiyan has come around. And then, when Goku gets on Namek and everybody sees how powerful he is, are you a Super Saiyan? And Goku's I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But just the fact that it gets alluded to, and then when he finally does transform, it's a major pivotal point in the series, and he starts beating up Frieza and everything. But then look at the other transformations, like the Super Saiyan 2 when Gohan does it against Cell. Gohan's fighting Cell as a Super Saiyan, but then to beat him, he transforms. He gets an extra level boost, and he's the first one to do it. And really, there was no foreshadowing to it or anything. It just happened, and everybody was like, "Oh no, he's transformed. Now he can beat Cell." Blah 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 blah. But then even look at Super Saiyan 3 and how lazy that got. Because Goku's fighting Majin Buu, and he gets up to Majin Buu. He's like, "I'm going to show you something," and he's like, boom! He transforms into Super Saiyan level 3, and he's like, "Yeah, I could do this now." And everybody's like, "Oh, okay. What do you do when you get to turn 4 now?" And so just no build up to the other ones. He just Super Saiyan 3 does look cool with the no eyebrows and the very long hair, but just the build up to Super Saiyan level 1. the fact that it was building up for many, many, many episodes, and nobody knew if he had done it or what it was going to look like. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say that one. Question number 5. What is your most memorable Dragon Ball Z moment? My most memorable moment. There's tons of them, but it's got to be when Frieza transforms into his second form and catches Krillin off guard. He's got these. Frieza's got these long horns, and he stabs Krillin right through the chest. He basically skewers him, and he's standing there. He's like, well, they're floating in the air, and Krillin is like just like stuck on his horn, and Frieza's laughing, and he's like jerking his head up and down, making it more painful for him, and the blood is dripping down, and he's licking his blood. It's just man, just shows you how cruel Frieza can be, so yeah, it's one of my most memorable points in the series, and that's all 5 questions. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to tag anybody. I don't know who else watches Dragon Ball Z, or I have watched Dragon Ball Z. It's just, once you've seen the whole series, you might want to watch it like again. Like, not so often. It's it's like a very long series. So once you watch the whole thing, you don't want to go back and watch it again anytime soon. There's plenty of other stuff to watch, and I've watched the whole series. So there's my answers, and thanks YoukaiSlayerr for tagging me, and see you all next time. Bye.
Go find out what he put on his job application under "Do you drink a lot?"